Hi Leos, it's Michelle from The Guided Intuitive and welcome to my channel here. So I am back and I am here to do a bi-weekly read for you, and this is going to be from the 15th through the 31st of August 2019, okay? I have been out for a couple of weeks, so see my update below, okay? So I definitely I would advise that you check that out because I'm going to be taking things a little slower than normal. I am taking private reads, and thank you for all of you that have been booking them as of late over these last 2 or 3 days. I certainly appreciate it. I love connecting with all of you, and my tried and true subscribers that have stood by me, and I just really appreciate you. So thank you so very much. Now this is going to be a general read, so remember that goes without saying. This will tap into those general energies. Now keep in mind, if you'd like a personal read to tap into personal energies, then go to theguidedintuitive.com and then we'll get you set up over there, okay? All right, so let's see what's in store for you. I am using the Hero's Journey card because we are all on this hero's journey at some step in some way at any given time, okay? And my update below will tell you where I'm at, and then we're going to find out where you're at, okay? This is going to be you and the other person, and you might resonate with one side more than the other. Feel free to actually reverse the messages, okay? Take what resonates there, and hopefully that there is something that you can take with you, okay? All right, so let's hop into this. Please continue your likes, your subscribes, your shares, and note your comments below, all right? And let's do this for you, Leo. My lovely Leos. Let's see what's going on for you and what insights really want to come through, okay? You and that other person. We're going to start with you first, okay? Let's see what this is, okay? Here we go. The first card over here. Gosh, this card has been coming out for so many signs. This is interesting. So this is talking about the thin veil, okay? And this might, again, be you and that other person. It might be a situation, right? Or it could be just kind of this, next step of guidance that is coming through to you. But what this tells me, that this is all about there's something that you've been maybe perhaps trying to control, Leo. And this is saying to let it go so you can let it glow, okay? And the reason for this is because if we try to control something with too much of our power, sometimes it just gets lost between the grips of our hands, right? And so what you want to do is to stand back, just kind of kick back a little bit on this and wait for some of the messages from the divine that want to come through for you, that is leading you into this light, okay? So now it could be with a relationship that there's a thin veil between you and another person, and it could be that, in other words, that you're able to communicate in a telepathic type of way. So there's a thin veil between on how you communicate. You really get each other, sometimes without even seeing each other, right? Without even being in the same place, in the same area, but just tapping into that feeling of that other person, and then you're able to connect with that. So there is a thin veil between that, you and another person. It could be also a thin veil between you and your higher self, your source that is guiding you down a path to the light, but they want you to step back for a moment, take in some of the messages that they're looking to give you in terms of just being. So getting into that be mode is going to be very, very important. And it'll allow you to glean the messages that are necessary to get to this path down to the light, which is what you're looking for, okay? Maybe it's perhaps a solution to a situation. Perhaps it's something you want, a current relationship or some sort of relationship, and it's going to show you the right path to get to what it is as you want. And if you're in a relationship right now, it's going to do the same thing. It's going to just let you know there is a thin veil between you and that other person, but also you and your source, all right? And your source wants to give you some divine guidance as it comes through here. And that's what it wants to do. Now, this is a 36 card, which, brings it to a 9s. 9s are about coming to fruition, right? Tens are about completions, ones are new beginnings, right? So, you know, something is coming to fruition for you, okay? But what you do need to do is take your paws off of it, okay, a little bit. And this is saying is to really let it go so it can glow, okay? And sometimes the way that it's going to grow and glow is better than you had ever imagined it, okay? And you're gonna get a lot of new insights from it too, which will be kind of exciting. So that's what I see here. So let's continue and see what else wants to come out here, okay? For you, okay, here it is. Okay, so this is interesting because this is about questioning your beliefs, all right? In a particular relationship, a situation, or maybe it's perhaps a business or career. But what it wants you to do is to take it and it wants you to flip it upside down. So if you have a belief that, you know, that something should be one way, right? And it could be within a relationship of some sort. What's interesting is a 27 card, 2 + 7, 9, again, coming to fruition. So whatever is here, that it wants you to kind of let it go rather than, so it can glow, rather than take control, you're really kind of flipping it around, right? And what's beautiful about this is that when I flip it around, you see how someone's just laying on her back here, and now she's working with the divine, with the source, and she is actually gleaning the insights, and the source is working with her. So she's co-creating with the universe. So whatever it is that you maybe had control over, wants you to flip it around, right? Flip it around here. And it could be a particular belief that you had as it pertains, perhaps to a relationship, a situation, whatever that is. But that's what I'm seeing here for you. It's almost like she's like, and it could be a man just as well as a woman, but you can see that the beauty of this is that this person is on their back, right? And I'm so sorry for the glare. But they're actually co-creating with the universe, which is so beautiful. And there's this, it's kind of this cosmic concoction that is going to give you the guidance that you need, that is going to make your heart sing. And this is that green that you see there is all about that heart chakra. That blue is about communication with that. And this is about getting the self-confidence. So Source is going to fill you with that self-confidence to be able to communicate and continuing your heartfelt, whatever it is that is heart-centered for you, okay? So this is really, really beautiful. So really flip it upside down, okay? And it's all about, transforming, right? So, and sometimes, sometimes, how do I want to say, when you face your fears, and it could be that you have to, flip a fear around a certain way. And it's like when you face your fears, you are now giving yourself the power to really, to really step in, I guess I should say, to your personal power, okay? So all this wants you to do is to know that anything, turn something around. If you think something is perhaps, all the other person's fault, maybe perhaps if it's in a relationship of some sort, flip it around. Perhaps how could it have been your fault too? Okay. And this is just saying these different beliefs need to be challenged, okay? And you need to know that part of whatever it is that you're finding in someone else that could perhaps maybe be a fault of some sort, that you also have it in you, okay? And being able to accept that and love yourself because you're loved more than you ever known. It's just really transforming yourself. That's what it's really saying. So it just really wants to let you know that if a problem comes along, flip it, okay? And when you're upside down, sometimes you could really be right side up. So when you feel that your life is upside down in some certain way, in a relationship, a career, or business situation, in what way is it right side up? Okay? So it's about flipping it, okay? That's what's coming about, okay? All right, I'm just saying, so what is it that you have to flip? Note your comments below, okay? Because it wants you to look at it at a different perspective, okay? And that's gonna help you, okay? Down your path here, on your journey, all right? Let's see what else wants to come out for you here, okay? Ooh, okay. Wow. You have got a lot of 9s. I'm just saying, you have got 3 9s in a row, okay? Something is coming to fruition, okay? And it's about that you're invited to really show up and open up. Okay, because this is showing about a woman that, you know, obviously she's naked and, you know, she's here, but she's asked to show up to be her authentic self, to suit up to be her authentic self, and to really open up and be her authentic self. So this is a calling that is almost coming, this kind of like, this is what the universe really, really wants, and you're being invited to do that in this relationship, in this situation that you find yourself in. Perhaps maybe it's in a particular career or business in some way, but that's what's coming through. And this is that you've got this golden ticket to the red carpet to be able to do this, okay? So it is that you are invited to, you know, to really step it up, okay? You have been invited perhaps maybe to a party, to a situation, perhaps on a date. So some of you might have that too, but you're being invited. And this is saying just to show up with your unique talents, Leo, your unique gifts that you have, right? And your joy, your humor, and your sense of adventure, okay? And don't try to figure out how things are all going to work out for you, okay? This just wants you to, you know, just suit up, show up, and open up, and just be the real you, okay? Because you're able to do that, okay, with this other person in this situation or in this particular, you know, situation, yes, that you find yourself in, okay? And what's going to happen is you're going to build your wings as you go, and you'll be able to fly even to higher levels, okay? And you become a lot more confident too in the process, okay? So that's what this is saying. Yeah, that's what this is really saying. So yeah, it's like you've got this golden ticket to participate and really be the leader in your own life. In your best life ever, okay? So this is interesting. Okay, we're going to pull another card. We're going to see what else wants to come out for you here. So perhaps you're being invited by someone somewhere, okay, which is really beautiful. And it's saying just don't worry about it. Just be your authentic self and who you are. And as I stated before. So let's see what else wants to come through. Okay, here we are. What is this? Who got this? I'm trying to think who got this. Oh gosh, you guys, check the titles of the videos that came out, because this is talking about your upward spiral to grace, okay? So when you do this here, okay, when you do this, what we talked about in flipping it and that you're invited and that type of thing, this is saying is that how much good can you handle, okay? Because the universe really wants to work with you. There, you can see all this light that is shining so much on the top of this card there. And the 9, 10, so this is a 12 card. So the 12s talk about creativity. This talks about, you know, being really creative, artistic. You know, it's like this artistry in some way that you possess. And it could be in music, writing, it could be anything of the sort. But this is saying how much good can you handle? Because I think in this relationship, or potential relationship, in this situation, if you approach it like we're talking about here, you are just gonna be in you're gonna be dazed in life. It's like, oh my gosh, you know how like you walk out and you're walking into this forest of some sort, and you see these tall, beautiful trees, and you're just dazed by the beauty and how tall the trees are, and you just want to take a really deep breath, right? It's almost, and the sunshine is peeking through. That's kind of, hitting your eyes, and you're just kind of dazed so much and just taking in all that beauty. Well, that's the case that you're in right now, and it's almost like how much good can you really handle? So it could be within a relationship, within a situation, whatever the case may be. But this is really beautiful, and that's what I'm seeing here. It's almost as if that it wants you to follow and infuse yourself with the fuel and know that and know that you're going to be able to go further than you ever actually thought. That you're going to be happier and more good is going to come towards you than you ever thought. So that's what I'm seeing here, which is so beautiful, because it's really just talking about that there's really beautiful things coming your way. And you're exploring different areas, and you're uncovering, just revelations. And in these moments, you're going to become invigorated. You're becoming a lot more reassured of yourself. Okay, and it's like you're being moved to step into the leading edge of something, and maybe it's in what it is that you do. Okay, so when you're on the leading edge, you're in the spotlight. Okay, you're in the spotlight, and the universe has you, because there's not a lot of people when you get to the leading edge, and that is where you're at, Leo. So this is like, how much good can you handle at this particular time? Okay, and this is saying is that you will meet a kindred soul, whether it's a relationship, a situation, and it's going to make you feel wonderful. Okay, that's all I'm saying. So that's what wants to come through. Let's go ahead and check out this other person on this other side. So it could be a relationship, someone that you do end up meeting, and it's spiraling you to this grace, and it's an upward spiral, right? And it's this moving forward and moving up and kind of getting to that leading edge. Where there is a kindred soul there. Not souls, it's almost as if, because again, it's not a crowded place. You're not shoulder to shoulder as you would be in a concert. You've got a lot of room there because very few can go here. Okay, so that's what it's saying. So let's take a look at this other person, what this other person is going through over here. So here we go. Oh gosh, wow. This person takes risks. Okay, it's like Geronimo, but this person knows that they're gonna land on their 2 feet. Okay, so if they feel like they're jumping out of an airplane and maybe skydiving as it relates to their situation at hand, okay, and they're just taking a deep dive into this, and just they're trusting the universe. What this is saying is that it's saying that they're gonna land gracefully. Okay, and it's when they land gracefully, they look up and they've got this afterglow about them, and that's what's happening. That's what I'm seeing. Now this is for this other person. Like I said, you might resonate more on one side than the other, but feel free to reverse the messages. But yeah, this is a 49 card. The 13 reduces to a 4. And what it does is it brings them down into this the 4-legged table is sturdy, right? So it is about landing gracefully. So they have to take a chance. They're taking a chance. Maybe they're taking a chance on you, or that type of thing. Or if you resonate, you're taking a chance on someone. But it is this afterglow, and maybe connecting with that person is that when you take that risk and you move forward, there's this afterglow after connecting, right, of some sort. And this is beautiful. This is beautiful. But this person is really trusting the universe. It's almost as if that they're pushed to the point where they are having to come to the end of their situation. Okay, so in the hero's journey, which these cards talk about, this person has come to understand and create their own concoction, this own a recipe for their own life that makes them incredibly happy. And sometimes that involves taking a chance. And so that's what I see with this person. And it's like they're at the very, very end of the journey. And it is either a success that they're finishing up, it is either a revelation of some sort, or the ending of all the strife. Just the ending and all that. And guess what? I'd have an afterglow on that too, okay? As I mentioned, check out my updated video below because Leo, I'm resonating with you here. Okay, so check out my update below because if you resonate on this side, this is quite interesting because this is about coming home. This is coming home, you know, from a metaphoric point of view, meaning that you come to the place that you were at the very beginning, but with this brand new awareness to which you don't see life as it was ever again in the same way. You don't see the same way as before, okay? You have this new awareness. You've gone on that next level of personal development. So whatever's happening on this person on this side, if you resonate for this person, you're going to know what that is. I'm a Leo risings, which is so interesting. So, so I'm kind of feeling it for you here, okay? I love this. I'm always interested to see what comes out. So let's take a look at another card for this other person over here. Again, you might resonate with one side more than the other. Ooh, okay. So, whew, gosh, guys. Okay, so this is beautiful. It could be about a relationship of two people coming together. Okay, if you know what, on your side, so if you resonate more on this other side, this other person, remember it talked about flipping it. If I flip it, there's a heart with two people in here, right? It's two people. They have wings, right? And I see this heart here, right? And I see that it stems from some beautiful light and it's divinely guided, okay? I'm just saying that. So I'm going to put it back this way. We're going to talk about it here. But what I see, this talks about X marks the spot, okay? So this is quite interesting. This is about this connection. If this is a relationship that we're talking about here, this relationship is divinely guided, okay? It's almost as if that you're coming together in divine timing, okay? And this is about amidst all the confusion, amidst whatever situation you find yourself in, okay? Whatever mystical connection this is, whatever that is, it's almost as like X marks the spot, that there is love here. There is deep love here, okay? And what's interesting is it's almost as if that you see that there is a person almost down here. And almost like one person has to get rid of some sort of childhood belief of some sort, and that they have done that or in the process of doing that. And the other party has someone that's looking on, that's someone that maybe was in their past that they also need to let go. So you both have something to work on. It's something different. But this is what I'm seeing, guys. You have to let me know and note your comments below. But that's what I am seeing here. And in some way, you're being divinely guided to hold that embrace with each other. And for this person to change that belief system and come out with a new belief and puts them on the path of love. And then this other person has got to let someone or something go and come together and know that there is love here, okay? And to move forward with the new, okay? With the new love, with new insights, and it is divinely guided. It's very mystical. It's so beautiful. So that's what I'm seeing here. Now this is a 35 card. That is an 8. So it is about fluid energy between both of you too. There is this constant energy, and it is again, it's divinely guided in divine timing, and it is it's just it's almost like you're going to be surprised with it. I think in some sort of way that it's in disguise, okay? It's love in disguise. And you're going to kind of be surprised with it. You're kind of like, oh my gosh, this kind of trips me up. I didn't expect this, you know? And that affinity symbol 8 is just that there is no beginning or ending. It's just a constant flow, right? And yeah, that's what I'm seeing here. So quite beautiful, right? Yeah, and just keep in mind that if you've been having, if you resonate on this side, this person's been having maybe any sort of dreams in some way. This is just saying is that shifting the perspective. both of you, there's some sort of perspective that needs to be shifted, or something needs to change on that person's side and your side, okay? And it's about, you're both working on it, and so it's about shifting a perspective, right? And so there's an unpleasant dream that you have, it's about shifting that perspective, okay? And shine in the light that in part of the heart and know that that there's more love to come, okay? Even better love to come, okay? So yeah, it's really quite beautiful. Wow. Yeah, this is just really imagine yourself becoming very powerful if you're having bad dreams. Flip it around and let you know that you're and put it into the fact that you're becoming a very powerful person in this process, and create that vision and feel that shift in perspective. This is interesting. Okay, I'm gonna keep going. I'm gonna see what else wants to come out for this other person. Celebrate the sacred gap. There's something keeping you from both being together, okay? And again, I do believe that it's divine timing, okay? It's from above, all right? So there is this sacred gap that's saying, no, we're gonna stop for a moment here because things aren't right in place that is going to really allow this to really bloom, all right? The timing is not quite there. So this is saying for this person is to enjoy this sacred gap. This person might have to stop for a moment because of a certain situation, or whatever that is. They're being asked to stop for a moment, and the divine needs to bring the awareness to them in the process, okay? So they could get the insights that are necessary, all right, as it relates to the situation and this connection or whatever it is. So they're asked to step back and enjoy the sacredness of this time, this silence, that buffer time that's necessary in this relationship, in their career, in whatever situation that they find themselves in. It's important because the divine is giving insights, but also allowing everything to come through so it turns out just beautifully, okay? I'm gonna pull one more card for this other person over here and see what wants to come through. Yeah, so they're asked to definitely stop. Stop and take in the view of where they're at now and how they would like to move forward and proceed in this relationship, in this situation, right? And it's about taking in the treasures of everything and being appreciating everything in their life, right? All the treasures and things that they worked so hard for and that they have earned, okay? And this is saying is that, yes, stop and take in that view. It is also a 37 card, reduces to a 10, coming to a completion, okay? So they're stopping for a moment. That sacred gap is orchestrated from the divine, sent to give them insights and give them that compass to be able to take in the view and know how they will navigate moving forward, okay? And then they start all over again. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna pull a card for you on your side, Leo, and I'm gonna see, for you over here, just as it relates to the reading, again, you might resonate on the other side more so than the other, but you're gonna know. What wants to come through? Intimacy. Wow. You want to have an intimate connection with someone, Leo. And that's what I'm seeing, is that you are really wanting intimacy in your life. And it's not just sexual. It's almost as if like those everyday things that you like to do. It's the sharing of feelings. It's a waking up in the morning and sharing breakfast with that special person. It is about enjoying the little simple things in life. That good joke together, right? Doing things together, nestling at home, and going out and doing fun things together. So you want that intimacy, and that's what you're looking for. And I think it's beautiful because it might relate into a particular partnership, and that's what seems to be coming through. And this is saying is that perhaps that you might meet that person. That person might appear to be someone that is from your past life, okay? Maybe it's someone that you happen to meet, that special someone, but there's miracles all around this person. And it's also, they're very perceptive as well. But I think that you're taking in that you might be meeting someone that for you, that causes that is almost like you're focusing on what it is that you enjoyed in the past, and you want to bring that into the future. And then it's allowing you this resurrection. And the resurrection, I will say, Leo, is the step before the elixir on this other side over here. Some of you might be at that step before. This other person is at the end, and they're ready at that new beginning already. You, on this side, is that step, that resurrection that happens. This is like the final fight. This is like this final, again, when I mentioned this, I believe on another video where they talked about this, where I talked about this and saying it's kind of like that kind of, everything is settled, right? It's going through that full, how do I want to say it? It's like you're changing how you once were. Things are changing. You are learning. The light has been turned on. The explosion happens, and things take place. Enemies again are ostracized, right? And your allies, or those who are standing by your side, are there. It's like it comes to an end, and then after the resurrection moves you into working with the elixir, which is that concoction, and knowing that the journey has, you've got this new awareness. The sadness has dissipated, the learning has dissipated, the strife has dissipated, and I really think that you are moving forward in a resurrection type of way. That you've changed things and moved things inside you, and that maybe had to be revisit with past lives, but it's allowing you to move forward and want greater intimacy moving forward, and knowing clearly what you want now. But you had to go through this resurrection, okay? Now this other person, let's pull a card on them and see what wants to come out over here. Decision. Wow. Okay, so there is some sort of decision that this person is making in their life. This is great. Wow. And yeah, it's like they're making decisions in their life on how it's going to affect them moving forward in this relationship or in this situation. Okay, so look at this here. It's like this moon is offering this. It's almost as if it's a teardrop, right? Or this moon is offering. It's kind of like you've got this person's got an important decision to make at the moment that is going to affect a lot of people that are around them. And this person is asked to know what they want before they proceed, okay? That's what this is saying. So everything that they say and do, it is going to have a reverberation. So it's like when this comes from the moon and into the ocean, it's going to send vibrations in the current right around. If you throw a pebble into a lake, it's going to have that that vibrational effect as it moves out. So this is saying this person is just being asked to really don't base their decision on any guilt in any way, or what they think that they should do. They really have to go within, and they need to be true for themselves this time. And if they're true to themselves, they'll be true to others. Okay. Now, again, that's what's coming through for this other person. So very interesting. So they're going to have a decision. It could be within this relationship or in this situation. The next card I get for them is miracles. So whatever it is that they go through, there is miracles. So whatever it is that they want, there is a miracle coming into play that's saying that it is possible for that to make it happen. There's no doubt about it. They're coming at the end of whatever it is that they've come out of, and they've got a decision to make in terms of moving forward. And that is putting them on the path, and again, whatever decision that they make is going to affect a lot of people in their life. Could affect you, Leo, in the situation too, right? But that's what's coming into play. Wow, how beautiful is this? This is really, really beautiful, okay? It's that tree of life, and at the center of it is that solar plexus, and it's that sun that is allowing this tree to be really, really full of a lot of green, right? It's the center of growth. So, this person has put in a lot of hard work, a lot of determination, and a lot of perseverance in the process. So I'm going to stop this because it's getting a little bit long, but I'm just saying that there is a lot of things are happening, and a miracle is going to happen with this other person on this other side, and it's going to pay off. So love you guys. I look forward to seeing you in September, and until then, namaste.